But despite being a potential point of worship for the Abyss, who in their own right are very powerful, there is a reason he's in second place, and that's because the most powerful being Teyvat has ever seen is the Primordial One, the creator of all. At the very top of the power pyramid, no real surprise here, is the Primordial One, the first descender, a god hailing from beyond this world. This celestial being not only crafted the heavens and the earth, but also defeated the Seven Sovereigns, a group of elemental dragons of unparalleled might. Given her purported title, however, it would make sense if she was nothing more than the strong arm of the heavenly principles, acting as an enforcer for when things go awry. It stands to reason then that if she's merely an enforcer, then she's doing so at the behest of something else. That thing is most likely the Primordial One, the progenitor god of Teyvat's named Phanes. The androgynous being arrived to Teyvat alone before creating the four shining shades of itself and defeating the Seven Sovereigns. After their victory, Phanes created the human realm and the heavenly realm, also known as Celestia. I believe it is Phanes and the four shades that constitute the will of the heavenly principles, which as an entity is so powerful that they can control fate itself. And they were known as the Seven Sovereigns. The dragons ruled Teyvat for an indeterminable amount of time, doing fuck all before the arrival of it. To call it mighty is to diminish the boundless expanse of its power. It is the architects of creation, the celestial artisans shaping the very fake sky with its omnipotent hands. It is the Primordial One, the creator of some, a progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars. Seeing this vast, lush land seemingly unused, Phanes decided to make it the abode of its soon-to-be most precious creations, humanity. Phanes is truly a benevolent and caring god. A god for one, a god for all. I sure hope no one thinks their final destiny is to judge the usurper king in the heavens above.
My final destiny is to judge the usurper king in the heavens above.
Ugh. The issue of there being one less shade than groupings is certainly interesting. I personally believe the leftover artifact type belongs either to the Primordial One, or is the sum of all the shades with the Primordial One. However, I'm nearly certain the Primordial One belongs to... How many fucking times did I just say Primordial One? However, I'm nearly certain the Primordial One belongs to Reason due to the fact that the circlet resembles a crown and Phanes is described as having been born with a crown. The unflagging and heroic captain, the dauntless captain of righteousness, the formidable and unwavering captain, the fearless and stalwart captain. Of the top 3 ranked harbingers that possess power equal to that of the gods, one seemingly stands head and shoulders above the rest. Rightfully taking the rank as the rumored strongest being in Teyvat, it's Il Capitano. But who or what is the man behind that suit, and just how did he become so goddamn strong? Or is he rather the strongest human in Teyvat? Strongest being? You're telling me he's stronger than... the Primordial One? A progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars? I don't buy it. This wound up in the inevitable corruption of the puppet, who would then enact the Vision Hunt decrees, stripped people of their visions, personally, mind you, making a whole fucking spectacle of this shit. It's like we're in the dark ages of Europe, people gathering around to watch an execution. Yeah, he's about to get his vision snatched! Anyway, this is all vastly different from the gods in Genshin Impact. Well, to start, we need to clarify. In Teyvat, there exists 2 kinds of gods. There's the gods, and then there's the gods. The gods are pretty much the Archons. So, is that it? In a war between the Eons and the Archons, would the Archons just lose without a shadow of a doubt? As the Eons are just that much more powerful, can they really not be stopped?
Did you forget who I am?
Not just yet. Remember, I said there were 2 kinds of gods in Teyvat. We've been speaking about the gods so far, but we've yet to utter a mention of the gods. Because there exists at least one being in Teyvat who could even hope to match the power of an Eon. This is an all-powerful god that has traversed the stars, is capable of terraforming an entire world, and has the power to create other gods so powerful that even the other Archons refer to them as a higher power. It has subjected an entire world to its will, and in a war between the gods of Teyvat and the Eons, the people of Teyvat need not worry, for this all-powerful deity is one that loves and cherishes them. Insofar as it remains, the war is not over. It is the only one who can hold a candle to an Eon, and its name is the Primordial One, a progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars. As we all know, Nervalet is on a mission to take down the heavenly principles, a mission to take down the one he calls the Usurper King, the master of the four shades, the one who sits on the highest throne of them all. More simply, Phanes. Some places like Liyue worship more than just their god, but also a group of people such as the Adepti, and on the opposite end of the spectrum we have Khaenri'ah, which, I mean, from what it sounds like, was pretty much founded on the basis of like two dudes coming together and just going, man, there is nothing I hate more than those bitch-ass niggas in that island in the sky. Her innate talents for uncovering the truth may have always just been with her, as the fairy tales she chose to read growing up seemed to prophesize the Tsaritsa collecting the Gnosis, Teyvat is trapped within a samsara, and a potential connection between Fischl, the Night Mother, and maybe even the Primordial One, a progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars. Imagine if instead of Firefly this was Yoimiya, or instead of Robin this was Fischl. But my friends, you need not worry, because that's all you can do is imagine it. Because in the world established by the Primordial One, none of these things will ever come to fruition. Only good arises from the worlds it created. The bad guy dies, the good guy lives. And in the end, we all come out on the other side happier because of it. Thank you, the Primordial One, a progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars. Thank you, Phanes.
Let my heart bravely spread the wings, soaring past the night to trace the primal light.
So yes, you heard correctly. 'Twas the war between the Primordial One and that bastard crackhead Dragon King Nibelung coming in for round 2, souped up on forbidden knowledge that ruins everything. Well played, brother. If you can't have this world, no one can. And that's what we're going to do today with regards to our The Bastard Crackhead Dragon King and Nibelung was the second descender who introduced Teyvat to forbidden knowledge by leaving this world and coming back with it. However, while reviewing this theory, I came across some telling pieces of evidence that may even suggest the Primordial One doesn't hail from beyond the stars. You didn't even see the music, did you? Because I'm scared, man. And I don't know if we'll ever hear the music again. All Before Sun and Moon tells us is, quotes, when the eternal throne of the heavens came, the world was made anew. Then the true Lord, the Primordial One, came forth and did battle against the 7 terrifying sovereigns, dragon lords of the old world. The book gives us further info regarding our favorite Winged One's origin, stating, quotes, the Primordial One may have been Phanes. It had wings and a crown, and was birthed from an egg, androgynous in nature, but for the world to be created, the eggshell had to be broken. However, Phanes, the Primordial One, used the eggshell to separate the universe and the microcosm of the world.
I fear that description is wrong, though not completely wrong.
Then I think, despite all the doubts I may have just sowed, we can safely sit here, stand proud, and say it is indeed the Primordial One, a progenitor god, hailing from beyond the stars. However, despite its purely destructive nature, it has been successfully repelled on more than one occasion by our number 1 group. Despite bringing the world to the brink of annihilation on more than one occasion, it has been saved by our number 1 group. Because the strongest group in Teyvat, then, now, and still is Celestia, the current rulers of Teyvat, controlled by the heavenly principles featuring the likes of the 4 shades, our beloved sustainer of heavenly principles, and the Primordial One, a progenitor god, hailing from beyond the stars together, they put down the Sovereigns at the head of their strength in 40 years flat, despite the Sovereigns having home court advantage and numbers. They put down the king of the crackheads, Nibelung, when he came back souped up on forbidden knowledge. They put down Conria. They put down that reptilian fuck Orabashi. They've healed the world with the nails. The Sustainer has showed us her feats when we met her. They terraformed the earth for our sake and put a fucking dome around it to keep humanity safe. And now they're looking to go back and squashing these rebellions. They truly are the most benevolent and omnipotent group in Tivat. Need I say more? I beseech thee, listen to what must be said, please. I need you to do something first, okay? Cast aside the veil of misconception for Fanes, that we've often depicted as a dread entity of cosmic horror, Lovecraftian in nature, transcends such limited interpretations. It is above all else a deity of boundless love and benevolence for humanity, whose divine love for them knows no bounds. It is only happy when humans are happy. So in this regard, a more accurate title is Fanes, the gentle watcher of humanity's joy. It's this love that spurred Fanes to rise valiantly in defense of Tivat when that bastard crackhead Dragon King Nibelung returned, souped up on forbidden knowledge. For when aggression is met with defiance, it is then and only then that Fanes shall spread its wings once more, descend to Tivat with sword in hand, a sword that has slain countless foes, and it is then and only then it will reveal its true form. Fanes, the Primordial One, a progenitor god, hailing from beyond the stars. And it is then, and only then, will Tivat find peace once more.
The 5 sinners of Conria, ones who betrayed not only their nation, but the entire world. People, why does Celestia have to put down Conria? This is why, my friends, these 5 bastards who tried to ruin everything couldn't refuse the call of the Abyss, and so when they had no god above to stop them like we saw in Mondstadt with Barbados, and Rumeria with Remus, Celestia had to be the ones to step up to put them down, our beloved sustainer of heavenly principles. In the Primordial One, a progenitor god hailing from beyond the stars, had to step in and make the decision.
You can blame those 5 sinners moving forward. The Traveler, whose friendship with the Pyro Archon is already a foregone conclusion at this point, my friends. Although, wouldn't it be great if Notlan was just so isolated from the rest of Tivat that when the Traveler pulls up, it's just like, hello, Pyro Archon, it's me, the Traveler, and my arrival onto this nation means a catastrophe will soon befall it, and as such, I'm here to save your nation. You're very welcome. Who the fuck are you, Nick? We get one final contrasting shot at the end. Paimon with a big smile on her face, playfully dragging the Traveler's arm, urging us to carry on our exciting journey. Whilst on the flip, Dane just walks past Lumine, tapping her on the shoulder like, hey, bitch, time to go.
Star.
There are those on other planets who feel Tamaranians are inferior. Trock is what they call us.
So he's calling you a terrible name. And you know that if you punch him out, it'll just confirm all the bad stuff he thinks about you.
Brother knows.
Yes.
My brother knows.
You know what it feels like to be judged simply because of how you look?
Tell him why, brother.
Of course I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm part robot.
What? Anyway, I guess I should make this about Genshin somehow. Which, guys, if you're Filipino and that's why you're here, I'm sorry to inform you I'm not Filipino. Nigga, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. My parents were born in the fucking motherland of Ethiopia, hence my name, Dawit. That's literally where my family tree ends, by the way. Nigga, we did a DNA test one day. It showed like 98% Ethiopian. I had the laziest bastard ancestors who never moved. I swear you could trace my lineage back to the dawn of life itself, and it's just a straight fucking line. There's no branches. I have the primordial bloodline in this family, bro. Bro, you could go all the way back to Lucy the Australopithecus. All the other fucking dudes, Homo erectus, which means gay man make rise, but And the Neanderthals, they all went around. They said, I want to explore the world we're on. Go to Asia, go to Europe. My ancestors looked around and said, no, this is all we need. You guys can go do that. I'll stay put right here for the next couple 100 million years. Lazy fucks. And my parents wonder why I'm lazy. It's quite literally built into my genes. This is millions of years of evolution you're asking me to fight. It's not a battle I can win. It's the ancestors that made me this way. Anyway, that is my take on the dialogue regarding skin color and Natlan. Hope you learned something. We should start breaking down the trailer because we haven't done anything productive so far for the first 5 minutes of this video.